Hi students, good morning. Welcome to Max class. You are in the best part of YouTube learning channel and this channel is called Be Inspired. By using this channel I created so many educational videos based on the subject Max. So right now I'm just solving NCERT Max textbook for 6th class and I'm in 3rd chapter. I already completed 1st chapter and 2nd chapter. If you have any doubts or if you want to go through the notes of that also, I just clearly given with a brief and detailed explanation of each and every topic, so you can go through that. Is it okay students? Now today we are just going to see that based on the divisibility rules and what are the common factors, co-primes and prime numbers, based on all these topics we are just going to true or false in 3.5 exercise. We are in the 3rd chapter, that is playing with numbers. Okay friends, now before starting the topic, please share, like, subscribe my channel, and students if you have any doubts you can just bring me in the comment section and I'll just clear all your doubts. I hope you are going to ping me in the comment section. Okay students, now without getting late we'll start the class. So I already said that I completed up to 3.4 exercise. Now I am in 3.5 exercise. Now the first question of that is true or false. Which of the following statements are true? If a number is divisible by 3, it must be divisible by 9. Yes, because 3 is a multiple of 9 and whatever number you are going to get in 3 table, the same number you will get even in the 9 table, right? So that is the reason it is true. If a number is divisible by 9, it must be divisible by 3. No. Okay. If a number is divisible by 9, it must be divisible by 3. But whereas if a number is divisible by 3, it must be divisible by 9. That is no need, because sometimes in 3 table 3 4s are 12, whereas that number will not come in 9 table. So that is the reason it is not compulsory. If a number is going to divisible by 3, it must not be divisible by 9. Okay friends, I'll just erase all these things. Why it is not coming? Now coming to the third question. A number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by both 3 and 6. Yes, if you want to divide any number by 18, it must be divisible by both 3 as well as 6. If a number is divisible by 9 and 10, it must be divisible by 90. Yes. If two numbers are co-primes, at least one of them must be prime. It is not compulsory, because for example I'll say an example of 20 and 21, because some numbers will not be some consecutive numbers are not prime numbers, so that is the reason I selected this. Now if you check what do you mean by co-primes, compulsory, the common factor between those two numbers should be 1, right? So in 20 the factors must be 1 second, friends. Okay, friends. So I'm just going to consider any two consecutive numbers which are not prime numbers. So that is the reason I selected 20 and 21. I can take 4 and 5. In that 5 is a prime number. So that is the reason I didn't selected that. And in the same way 6 and 7, 5 and 6. So some consecutive numbers are those which are prime numbers. So that is the reason I just selected the numbers which are both are consecutive numbers. Both are composite numbers. And now after finding the factors of 20 and 21, you just find out that HCF is 1 only. Sorry, the common factor is 1 itself. So that is the reason, and you can say that 20 and 21 are co-primes. Now you can say that he said in this statement at least one of them must be a prime number. So based on this reason I am saying this statement is false. Now moving on to the next question, students. All numbers which are divisible by 4 must also be divisible by 8. Actually, what is the divisibility rule of 4? The last two digits should be divisible by 4. And what is the divisibility rule of 8? Last three digits should be divisible by 8. Then the number is going to be divisible by 8. That is the rule we have learned. But one more rule we can learn is like 4 is a multiple of 8. So that is the reason whatever the number which is going to be divisible by 4, it is going to be divisible by 8. But actually it is in reverse. The number which is divisible by 8, it should be divisible by 4. So the statement here he given is false. So here he given the same statement whatever I said, so that is the reason it is true. Why I said here false? Because 4 3s are 12, whereas in 8 table 12 will divisible by 4, whereas in 8 table do you get 12? So based on the simple logic I am saying that it is false. In the same thing, if you go for 8 9s are 72, 4 table you will get 72, 4 18s are 72. So that is the reason I can say that whatever the numbers which are come in 8 table which are divisible by 8, all those numbers will be definitely divisible by 4 also. Okay. Now moving on to the next question. If a number exactly divides two numbers separately, if a number exactly divides two numbers separately, it must exactly divide their sum. If a number exactly divides two numbers separately, it must exactly divide their sum. If a number exactly divides the sum of two numbers, it must be exactly divide the two numbers separately. Okay, so if a number divides exactly two numbers, okay, I'll just take two numbers, that is 16 and 20. These two are divisible by 4, and what they are saying, it must exactly divide their sum also. Okay, if I add these two numbers, what I'll get? 36. Yes, 36 divisible by 4. So the answer is true. If a number exactly divides the sum of two numbers, it must the same thing. What is the question he asked here? The same thing he asked in reverse. Okay, for example, if the number is addition of two numbers is 36, yes, but whereas 36 can be written as not only 16 and 20, I can write 36 in another manner also. 6 plus 30 also I can write, but whereas 6 and 30 will not be divisible by 34. So that is the reason this answer is false. Whatever the numbers you are dividing, and if the addition of those two will divide, but whereas whatever the sum of the digits, whatever the sum of two numbers you are going to divisible, it is no need to divisible by that number separately. Okay, students, this is about your true or false. Just simple logic you have to apply, then automatically you'll get which is true and which is false. Okay, so in this what you have learned based on the divisibility rules and based on the factors of those things they ask true or false. Okay, so now moving on to the, I hope you all understand today's class. So students, still corona pandemic situation is still outside like that only, and that too nowadays very huge rain also is very huge rains are also coming out. So the situation is very worst outside now. So please be very cautious while going outside. If it is necessary itself, then only leave this house. Otherwise, please stay at home and stay healthy and make others also healthy. Thank you for listening.